Hello everyone and welcome to the Iron Warrior Cosplay live stream with me, your host, Iron Warrior Cosplay. We have just had a new follower, I believe so. Let me check. Welcome, Petricorn. I'm going to say Petricorn. Welcome, Petricorn. How you doing? Welcome. I'm on the other side of the workshop, so yeah. As you can see, I have changed a few things around. We now have the fancy camera. This is my main SLR now, my Sony one, as the main camera now. And as you can see the different tones in the blue, in the bluey metal, and yeah. So this is what's different. Obviously, cameras are pretty much the same. There you go. I got top-down camera, but mainly we'll probably be using this one so I can do a bit of back and forward with you guys as well. Hello, Bionic Entertainment. How you doing? Mr. Titan 40K. Hello, how you doing? Welcome. Let's change back to this camera. So, as you guys know, I'm building a chainsword. I've built a chainsword even, and I'm painting it. So that's really, really, really awesome. But as soon as the stream finished last night, it got demonetized. So I'm working on that. I've sent them a thing being like, why, damn it, why? So yeah, I got to wait for them to get back to me on that. So I'm not sure why. There's no guns, so I couldn't tell you for sure. I know the camera, like the angle, whatever, but I need to be able to show this off, and I show it off like this. So, you know, if I had the camera zoomed in anymore or any, like, lower, it just wouldn't work. Why did your Nerf chainsword get... Don't even. I know. It's so dumb. But it is what it is. Anyway, so back to where we left off, because we do have a 2-hour stream, and actually I need to get a timer going as well, because I do need to be strict on my timing. Along with that, by the way, I did indeed forget to post about the chainsword last night. So I'm going to be doing it tonight, and I've got a note next to me telling me to do so. So basically, I will be doing it tonight. So if you guys want to get yourselves your very own, then you can. And it's a raffle. And everyone loves a raffle. Who doesn't love a raffle? So what we're doing here today now is we are going to continue with the painting. Now, here's what's really funny. This is my decent camera, so I can actually show you two different colors. So see this and this. Do you see these are very different greens? This is called olive green, and this is hooker's green, right? So you got hooker's green, which is dark, olive green, which should be like an olivey kind of green. Squirt these out onto my paint mat here. They're identical in every aspect, except for the fact they're in two different tubes and have two different names and two different shades, but they're identical. So I'm just going to use just the one. So yeah, just using just the one, and that means I get to do the classic cut the end off. People wonder why I do that. I do that so I know which one is open, because if I have multiples of them, then I know, then they'll be open. I know which ones are there then, so I'm going to snip those a little bit so they're not sharp. So we are going to kick off tonight now with some of this green and some white, and the white will make this green very pale into essentially what is this olive green. See, it's madness. But how are you guys doing? Mr. Titan, welcome. Bionic Entertainment, welcome. Not many of you tonight, but it is a Monday night. That's not a problem at all. It is a Monday. I'm going to just get this mixed up super quick. Get this green on. There is so much I want to do to this chainsword, so there might be a few of these streams. I had a bit of difficulty. I was meant to start at 6. I told myself, I'll start at 6, but it went on a little bit later. But I didn't feel the need to post about it because I was like, they'll know as soon as I go live because I'm about to go live. So that's why I didn't like immediately panic and then start, you know, posting ever, being like, I'm late, I'm going to be late. So instead I was just like, it'll be fine. They'll know. Them are boys, the lads, the fellas. You guys will know. So, but yeah, so let's get started, shall we? Let's change to this one so you guys can actually see what's going on. Same camera, so, but I have changed where the light is this time. I did mess around with a bit of that yesterday so that I could, or last night even before I left the workshop, just to be like, how bad an angle can it be, you know? Oh, also, can someone type in chat for me? Because there should be a chat on this camera, and I'm worried there isn't because yeah, see, oh, there you go, it is coming up. Awesome. Got my cosplay all done and doing the big cleanup of my room for the past few days. Damn, it's fun. But yeah, the chat is there. So I managed to work out what was wrong with the chat. Again, it was just OBS and stream elements not gelling, not working together. They don't like each other sometimes. They have a bit of a lover's tiff. So at the end of the stream last night, I changed over to a different scene, if you will. I changed over to a different scene, and the chat decided to just go, yeah, no, I'm not going to exist anymore. Yeah, good night. So yeah, I managed to sort that out. I do need to sort myself out like a better chat box, but they're disappearing, which is weird. I told, let me just super quick, let me just jump over to my Streamlabs. Sorry about this, guys. Every bloody stream, there's always something with this thing. But yeah, the chat box is meant to not disappear. Like it should have always show messages, and I don't know why. I don't know why it's getting rid of them. Chat display, disable messages, hide. Chat delay, hide messages off. Never. Always show messages. There we go. Save settings. That should work now. If you guys want to type in chat super quick, type in ER or for the Emperor or for Chaos, depending on how you go. There we go. There's always something with these streams, I tell you, there's always something. One day, I'll be a much better streamer. Nothing will go wrong, and it'll be perfect. Anyway, so, for the, no, not for the Tau. Wah, fair enough. Not for the space communists. Space Tau. But yeah, so jumping straight into this screen tonight, decided to forego the two little layers that I normally do of the dark green, because after I dry them, they do supply a good like base, but so will just this screen. I'm not trying to rush it. I'm just saying like I can skip those steps because I've tried those steps. I don't feel they work very well for what I need, so I'm gonna forego those steps and crack on with the paint job. Nice. But yeah, what have you guys been up to today? I have been at work all day. I've had quite a long day. I should touch that immediately. I've had quite a long day. Been flat out bridge building, and that's not a joke. I didn't take a picture of it. I should have. Get away, fly. I used a trench shovel today, and I'm very, very happy. It's actually a compo shovel, like it's a mixing shovel for mixing cement or concrete by hand if you don't have a mixer. And I needed to do a small bucket load, so I mixed it today, and I used this little shovel. And I was like, I should take a picture of that. It'd be so cool. Show the boys I'm like a true Krieg boy. I was just playing Satisfactory. I love Satisfactory. I really do. Watching live action Pixel play Satisfactory is very satisfactory. Sorry, it's terrible, but yeah. Yeah, no, I really do love Satisfactory. I've never played it myself. Need to clean that up later. What is up with this fly? I swear. There we go. Hopefully I got it. I think I got it. There's a little dot on my table that landed when I clapped my hands. And Mr. Titan got my haircut and cleaned my room. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. If you guys are painting anything, let me know, because I love to know when people are having a little paint-along sesh. Moving to YouTube has been a bit different, obviously, and I've been on YouTube for a little bit now. But I feel YouTube is doing better for me in the long run, even though they are well, idiots, they're absolute morons, but, you know, it's fine. We'll get there in the end. They'll understand what my content's about, and they'll understand that there's no need to keep demonetizing my videos or anything like that because they're just panicking for no reason. But it says it was a combination of human and, you know, like AI that were like, oh, we're not going to monetize your stream because it's not safe for advertisers. And I'm like, yes, it is. Just put Warhammer as an advert on there because this is Warhammer. Warhammer. Everyone loves the Warhammer. This isn't a Warhammer, obviously. This is a Chainsword, but you know what I mean. Nice. Right. That's the first proper layer on there. I think I've got enough left over to do a little bit more. So I'm going to do a second coat. So we're going to dry this first of all. Did I hide my heat gun? No, I didn't. There it is. And this time, I will do it quite quickly. Nice. So if I just go like this, I can show you how lime green it is compared to that side. See, that's darker and that's more lime green because I'm using a proper camera now. But yeah, this is why I want another one of these cameras. I can avoid this situation because this camera is good and everything as a camera, but as a streaming like live video camera, I don't feel it's as good. But obviously, back when I bought it, back when I was first getting into streaming, I thought it was the dog's backside. So, but yeah, it's there for sale on my Discord if anybody wants to grab it and they want to start streaming or vlogging or whatever. It's a good camera. Obviously not like an outside vlog because it's quite a heavy camera. Unless you want to set it up somewhere and then do it, you're more than welcome to do that. Do you know what? I thought I had enough to do. Well, actually, hold on, I might do. I think I might do. Yeah, I do. That's awesome. So I am slowly, believe it or not, running out of whoopsie daisy. I am running out of whoopsie daisy. I'm running out of black spray paint for the first time in God knows how long, because I've been priming these mainly, doing Chainswords and stuff. It's been a lot, and yeah, I've been busy enough that I've started to run out. So I really need to get a wiggle on now and go to do a Trago run at some point. And my girlfriend's going to come with me because we're going to look for spooky Halloween decorations. So that'll be fun. Hopefully get that done before our party. I'm going to try and do it on the stream. I have realized as well, I haven't done the top. I've done the sides, but I've not done the top. So I'll do this side first with the dark green, with the green straight, the hooker's green, if you will. Maybe that's why they're demonetizing me. You said the word hooker. But yeah, I'm gonna paint this on, let it dry, do another coat, and then I'll do another lime green on top. Oh no, the spray paints. Yeah, the spray paints. Yeah, I know. I'm running out, but it's fine. I'll do. I buy in bulk from Trago. I buy so many. I think I buy 12 cans at a time, just matte black primer. When I need colors and stuff, I use Color Forge because they're incredible. if I want like really nice colors. But just for a black, I'm not going to go to Color Forge and be like, give me 12 cans of black, because I just need like a matte black to paint over. But when I want like decent colors, I go to Color Forge and I'm like, yo, can you hook me up? Hook a fellow cosplayer up, hook me up, bro. And they hook me up with the colors I need, and I'm flat out off. I have actually a few of their colors I need to use soon, actually. There's a few bits and bobs I need to do. Oh my God, have I not? Oh, do you know, I'll grab it in a sec, I'm painting at the moment. But yeah, right now I'm just doing a really rough like coverage of this, nothing too fancy. Any new projects you guys working on? Like I said, I'm only working on this at the moment. Well, actually that's a lie. I've got a few little projects on, but you know. The little project I was working on last night while I was streaming, I had the laser cutter going. It's all laser cut out and everything. I went to put it together earlier, and it's a disaster. It's not gone right at all, and I cannot for the life of me tell you why. Genuinely don't know. So I'm a bit gutted about that, because that was 16 hours, obviously not constant 16 hours, but 16 hours total of laser cutting just completely down the toilet. But hey ho, nothing I can do about it. I will either have to find another use for the laser cut thing I've done, or just try and fix it, but there's not really any fixing to it. Well, there might be. I'll see what I can do. But as of right now, it's like the last thing on my mind in terms of things I need to fix. I've got other stuff I want to be getting on with, like this. But you know. Apart from finish the Krieg Psyker, no, nothing new. Fair enough. I do like the Krieg Psyker project. I do like that. I do love the Rogue Hobbies music. If you guys can hear that, I hope you guys can hear the Rogue Hobbies music. But yeah, Louise does awesome music. And this music saves my bacon from being demonetized because of music that has like copyrights on it. So I had a second like channel of music on my deck, and it would play different tunes for me. And I made this playlist on it, and 2 of them now are copyright, so you can't play them. So I have to find out which ones they are and then get rid of them or fix them or whatever. And it's such a pain. Where's the red and black shirt? What is this, Temu Iron Warrior? I know. I got straight in from work and I have not been to the house like properly. I just grabbed these, came down and didn't grab my checkered coat. And if I'm honest with you, even though it's October, I'm actually a bit warm. But I feel like in about an hour, give it an hour, I'll probably get a bit cold. I feel like that'll be the gist. That'll pretty much happen very soon. There we go. Get into there. Temu Iron Warrior, that's so mean. I don't like change. Neither do I. But yeah, I decided to not grab that coat when I was in the house, actually. I just came straight down and then started setting up. Okay, cool. Let's heat gun. But how are you, Bubba? How you doing, Blue? You good, my boy? How's things? I hope things are well. I'm going to do a second coat of this, but with a bit of black in it. With a black in it. A bit of black in it. But yeah, I hope you're doing well. I genuinely do love your shoulders. I love going back and seeing them. Got my Iron Warrior cosplay all sorted. It's just a checkered shirt and a cap. Because of the year, boys. I love that. I love that. Just dress up as me for a Comic-Con. Please don't, for God's sake. I love it. I love it. I love it. Ooh, that's very dark. Is that too dark? Yes, it is. Far too... Oh, wait, where's my blue roll? Damn it, my blue roll's walked away. Where is it? Wait a minute, I had it yesterday. It was right... Oh, wait, hold on. Has someone borrowed it by any chance? It's over here, I swear. I'm just walking away from the computer a second. Give me 2 seconds. Where the hell has that gone? Unless it's right in front of me and I'm just blind and not seeing it. Where the... Better not swear, YouTube will be mad at me. Seriously, I had my blue roll here yesterday, using it all stream. Mad. And now it's just completely vanished. Well, it's going to be a little bit of me trying to find my blue roll in a minute, because I need my blue roll for the stream. It's not on the table, it's not behind me, it's not where I normally put it, which is on this table next to me. Have you checked the drawers in the bureau? Not down there, is it? No. Seriously, if it's right in front of me, I'm going to kick myself. If it was any closer to me, it'll bite me. Seriously, where the hell's my blue roll gone? Oh, if people have pinched it, I swear. Because it's a shared workshop, you see, chat. I've just got to keep remembering that I'm like on mic all the time when I walk away from my system, because I've heard streamers walk away from their PCs before and then words are said, not nice things. Where is it? Oh my God, this is ridiculous. Oh, literally right next to me. Oh my God, I'm so mad. I'm so mad. It's right here. That's probably dried by now, hasn't it? So I'm gonna have to get some water. Found it, chat. I found it. I'm all good, lad. Shoulders are done, mask finished, fan replaced, and Alex's bag has been painted for Con. Dude, I'm gonna miss you guys. Yeah, I won't be at MCM this year, which is just heartbreaking in my opinion, but hopefully next year we'll be back. Hopefully next year we'll be back. That's a bit too dark. I need to, oh, did I just, yes I did. Let's lighten this a touch. Blinking-egg. There we go. Oh, blinking-egg. There we go. I don't want too much white in it because it will just take over fully. It's like, good Lord. A bit more. I missed you, brother. Won't be the same. Ah, dude, I genuinely do wish we could be there. But man, the cost is just crazy. But we have spoken to some friends of ours, both Steph and I have spoken to some friends of ours, and we're hoping to get them to come along because they want to go next year. And I'm like, that'd be really cool to have you guys there, because obviously they've never been to a big con. One of them's called Meg, my friend Eddie's wife, and it was her first con ever. at Cardiff Film and Comic Con on Saturday, this Saturday just gone. And I was like, oh man, this is your first con? She's like, yeah. And I was like, oh, you guys should come to MCM sometime. They were like, yeah, sure, we want to go to a big con or whatever. So Steph and I have kind of convinced them that MCM's amazing, because it is. And yeah, I'm really looking forward to seeing their faces when they go to MCM and see how crazy busy it is and how big it is. We have pre-warned them, but fingers crossed they're going to, you know. Joan managed to saw Alex going, so that's something. Oh, that's awesome. That's awesome. But yeah, I'm going to be there May next year with staff, absolutely, because we're always there in May. I used to do 2 a year, but now it's only 1. But for the foreseeable future, I'm hoping, with this new job, it will be twice a year, every year. I'm hoping. So that's my, you know, fingers crossed. Twice a year, every year for MCM London. I think that'll be insane. You know, that way then I don't have to do too many other cons, you know? I can do 2 big ones a year and then forego some of the smaller ones, or do some of the small ones. Like I know, like October now, there's Cardiff Film and Comic Con, which is a 2-day and it's very small and you can literally do it in a day. You don't have to go both days, but people do go both days. But I personally wouldn't go both days because it's, you know, compared to what it used to be, it's now, you know, small, and it's, you know, it's literally half the event hall because they have a Lego event going on there. So, but yeah, so I'm just preparing now for the future with working for the council now, and just saving up for, well, first off, a new van. Well, not new, but new to me. I'm currently trying to sell my current van, and I haven't had a bite yet, but fingers crossed. It'll happen sometime soon, and I'll be able to sell it. That is a nice green. Ah, look at that. It's a nice green, and it's the same green as the other side. Check this out. Let's go to Brecon. That green and that green. They're identical. They're identical, and they were painted on 2 different days. Oh, God, this is why I love mixing colors. Well, you, Steph, and the boys made my first con an amazing one. Good. You're now part of the crew, part of the ship. So you're screwed now. You're with us now. So that's it. You can't go to MCM now without hanging out with us, because we are your con fam now. I have many con families, but MCM only have one. Only have the one con fam. And it's you guys. Everybody in the Warhammer community who goes there. All my Krieg boys that I meet up with. And it's gonna be awesome. I was going to paint the top of this lime green first, but I've decided to just use the green I've got now because it's quite strong, and paint the top of this. It's this stage that's always really interesting, because I paint the prop like all these really nice colors, and they're like quite decent colors and everything, and it all goes really well. But it's always obviously too clean. So then I'm like, okay, cool. Now that's all done and it's all dried or whatever, time to weather it. But I have to paint everything first before I weather it, because I want everything done before like the really hard weathering goes on. There'll be a few bits I have to repaint, obviously. So I'm going to give the other side a second coat. I just realized I am putting this on the side I painted. So that's a really clever thing to do. There we go. Now I'm gonna not do that again. It's the thing about painting something that you normally lean against the table. Right, yeah, that's that done. Flip it over now, hold the handle and then paint it like that. Let me scrape this off onto that. There we go. Yeah, you're stuck with us now. Tom does stuff. Hello, not sticking around. Off to go, sit in the hot tub in the dark. I mean, that's one way of doing it. I mean, you could take your phone with you and just have us sat next to you. May is gonna rock, but yeah, May's gonna be awesome. Same here. It's my first time. Wait, hold on. Am I reading that right? Same here. It was my first time as well. Best time ever. Best not be. Oh, right, I was going to say, I was reading it and I was like, and you've corrected it, best not be. May's going to rock. Yeah, May's going to be amazing. Night, food time. Yeah, it's going to be awesome. Genuinely. Every year at MCM, it never fails to make me incredibly happy. But damn, do I get con blues after. I get the blues bad. I miss all my friends. I miss getting up in the morning to just have fun rather than work. And it's just... yeah, it's a lot, you know? It's a lot to miss, and it's such a fun event. Just wish it was, God, I just wish it was cheaper. Maybe, I don't know yet, but maybe Steph and I will be doing MegaCon in January. I'm not 100% yet. Sorry, I'll be doing MegaCon in January, sorry. But I'm not 100% yet because, you know, going alone is kind of not the best. I want to go with someone if I'm going to go, you know, all the way to London to do a con. I want to go with someone, but because my girlfriend's an accountant, she doesn't get January off. They've said cannot get January off. Not at all. Like, this sucks, but it is what it is. So if I want to go to MegaCon in January, I have to find someone to go with. Someone who can travel up with me in the car or my van, depending on when I get a van. Hopefully it'll be before January. Hopefully before Christmas. But yeah, no worries, Tom. See you in a bit. Catch up later. Or if we're still here when you come out the hot tub, you can come hang out. Right. Okay. Scrape all the paint off, get all the paint off the paint pad, and just give it one last bout. Cool, right, that is a green chainsaw. That's very, very green, very shiny. But obviously, there will be some changes momentarily. But right now, it's time to dry. I hope you guys are doing well. I hope it's not too loud. I do apologize, just realized I'm wearing my lav mic and not my studio mic, my Shure SM7B. I love how this acrylic, Winsor & Newton acrylic, it just, not self-levels, but all the brush strokes almost disappear. Some of the thicker ridges don't, but most of it does, and it's pretty awesome. I saw an advertisement, by the way. It's the paint I use, that's all, because it's heavily pigmented and it's pretty awesome. Where's my roller? There it is. Wow, could literally not see that right in front of my face. Cool. Right. There we go. Right, let's dry. There's another moth in here. God damn it. Nice. Nice. I think that's a very nice screen. Obviously, it'll get darkened down considerably. But yeah, right, let's wash the tools. Wash the tools. The screen is very, very strong. It's hard to get it all out super quick, so you've got to take your time. Audio good for everyone? Is the mic okay? Is everything good there for you guys? Let me know. Because like I said, a lot of streamers, and this is something I genuinely can't get my head around, is they'll listen to themselves while they stream. So they have the audio playing in their headset or in their headphones the same time as they're talking and everything, and I'm like, how? How do you do that? How is that even? Why? It's madness. I can't do it. I start to hear myself talk, and then I can't speak because there's a slight delay, and I can hear myself, and then I'll and stutter, and it's horrible. It's horrid. It's horrid. It's horrid. Cool. That's that brush clean. That's this brush also clean. That's from earlier. That was the black I did. And I've got something really cool to show you guys in a sec. Clean my paint pad and my mixing stick. There we go. Clean this. Cool, right. Am I on main camera? Yes, I am on main camera. Nice. He's back. He's back. Good old pumpkin boy. He's back, and I love him. He is going to have LEDs put in him. I just remembered that. So thanks for reminding me, chat. You guys reminded me without even telling me. These LEDs are going in him for the party. But yeah, he's back. He's back. I never made him wearable. I was thinking about cutting out the bottom and making it so I can put him on my head, but I decided against it because I like him, and the way I made him was when I put him all together, I squeezed one side in with a heat gun and hot glued it from the inside with my hand literally in his mouth. So I literally had the hot glue gun and I was like this, just busy gluing. And yeah, he now like sits at a jaunty angle. He doesn't sit straight. He sits at a jaunty angle. It is always a headache to get him to sit properly sometimes because of the jaunty angle. But there you go. And yeah, he's back. He's back. Yeah, I have. God, the paint on him is so bad now. And if you have a blue light, like those LEDs there, or like a UV light, you know, like those black lights, he glows insanely bright, and that's what I love about him. I used a fluorescent paint I had, and I flicked it all on. It's so cool. So he's coming home with me later. So I'm going to make sure I put him there so I remember. But yeah, right now it's check over and tidy up time. Yes, it is big time. So I'm going to grab this brush and bloody hell go in. And some silver. Where's my normal silver rather than that stuff? There we go. Normal silver. And this silver is going to be going on to where I messed up and missed some bits, or basically where all the green went. Where's my little book with all my brushes in it? There you are. There you are. This one, because it's easy. So, get some silver on here, and I'm going to start tidying up here, just as a little base, and then I'll mix some black with it in a moment then, after I dry it. And that should cover all of the green. Just got to make sure I don't get the silver on the green now. That's the only thing I've got to do. It's pretty easy with this brush. Just seen a bit of green there. That's not dry. There we go. But yeah, I am back at it, streaming. Hope everyone's enjoying the streaming, because I'm hoping to keep doing this now. Randomly during the week. I'm not going to put a schedule because everything's always different, and I might have to go pick up this person or drop this person off or that kind of thing after work. And some nights I get, well, I say some nights, Fridays, I get a lift in with my friend Marcus. So yeah, it's never easy. I can't work out like a perfect schedule. So what I'm going to do instead is just sort of, well, like I said, wing it. Just going to wing it. And I'll be sure to post either the day I'm going live, so like I'll be at work and I'll work it out. I'm like, yeah, I can stream tonight. Awesome, I got nothing on, that kind of thing. I can stream. I'll post while I'm on break or something and be like, there you go, so that everyone knows that you guys can come along and watch. It's always nice to have something to watch during the week. Now, normally I would stream on weekends and stuff, but obviously weekends now are like, it's how I do everything. So I need to do all my food shopping, I need to do this, that, and the other, and it's just hard to find time for other things rather than just streaming. And I would love to do more streaming, but we'll see what the future holds with this new job. Nice. So happy with how this Chainsword pattern has turned out. And so many of you are building it. It's insane. I'm incredibly happy to see you guys building this thing. It's really, really nice to see. Oopsie daisy, you just landed in my silver, you silly goose. Is anyone in chat considering doing some streaming at any point, or are you just more like prefer to watch and do cosplay and stuff rather than do the whole streaming malarkey? Get that like coat like that, do it diagonally. Diagonally. Bruh, that means so much. Bionic, you have no idea how much that means to read that. That like genuinely, having you say that means so much, because that's exactly what I wanted. Everyone and anyone can 3D print, right? And that's fine, because 3D printers they're readily available now. They're very cheap, relatively, depending on what kind of size you want to get, what kind of machine you want to get, and whatever. But they're kind of everyone can sort of mess around with and get one and 3D print something. But I've always liked the idea of just hand building something yourself and painting it all yourself. And don't get me wrong, I know you paint Chainswords even when they're 3D printed, but it's still that whole like made by hand. Now, of course, when you 3D print chainswords, if you don't 3D print it all in one piece, obviously, you have to glue it together. So technically, you could say that was made by hand, but there's always that. Yeah, but that machine cut it. You know, that machine like sort of did all the building of it, and it's like, you know, fair enough. Hey, Tom. But then you go to the other side of that argument, then, which is my side of the argument. Oh, sorry, which is my side of the argument. And that is, I've got a laser cutter. And they're all like, oh yeah, but you just use a laser cutter to cut your parts out. And you just assemble. I've had that sort of debate, that argument, if you will. I've had that several times. But the way I see it is, with my laser cutter, that I'm just using instead of a craft knife. Whereas you can't use anything else other than a 3D printer when it comes to 3D printing. When you 3D print, you use a 3D printer. With foam, you could use the paper template or a laser cutter, if you have a laser cutter. Where with 3D printing, it's you either use a 3D printer or a 3D printer. There's no other way around it. So that's why I kind of, you know, I did. Someone posted in the Discord, and I absolutely loved it. It killed me. It's I think it's Sirius Black. He's like, I did my time in asking, you know, I did my time. I've done all the, you know, all the hand cutting I've wanted to do. I still hand cut a bunch of stuff. I use my bandsaw as well. But, and again, this isn't me just having a go at people who have 3D printers. If you have a 3D printer, you have a 3D printer, and that's awesome. I do like 3D printers. I've contemplated getting my own, you know, 3D printer just to do some little bits, like details, like nuts and bolts and things like that. When I say nuts and bolts, like actual nuts and bolts, like threaded nuts and bolts, so I can like nut and bolt stuff together for fun. Like comically large nuts and bolts, like Warhammer size nuts and bolts. But I never want anyone to think that I dislike anyone who 3D prints a prop. I don't. I love 3D printing. I love the idea of people doing it. It's great and everything. But I get those people who have 3D printers. They come to me and they go, well, use a laser cutter, and I'm like, get off your high horse for just 1 second. You use a 3D printer to print your entire prop, sometimes so well that there is no assembly. Like don't come at me with that whole, you know, oh, use a laser cutter when you're a 3D printer kind of guy who 3D prints every prop they've made. I'm not going to name and shame who it is, but I've had that argument with this person, and I'm not going to argue with them again. I was like, nope, I'm done with it. You want to argue like that, you can argue with somebody else. I decided to just not bother. But yeah, if you want to 3D print a whole prop, you're more than welcome to. But for those people who can't afford 3D printers and prefer to do things by hand, my paper template is available, so you can build your very own. And it only has a little wooden broom handle in it. Well, not even a broom handle, just a wooden dowel. But yeah, it's you know, it is what it is. People's opinions vary, and unfortunately, some of them can be quite, you know, not nice. They can be a bit shitty about it. When they're just like, I have a 3D printer. I 3D print everything. Why don't you 3D print everything? You should 3D print it instead of making it from foam. Foam is weak. And I'm like, 3D printing could literally smash to 1,000 pieces at any second if you drop it. You could use the 3D pen, but the result would be shite. I mean, you could use the 3D pen. Mr. Tiny used the 3D pen to do some stuff. He uses it to fix up his cosplay and whatever. If you have something that's 3D printed, and you're like, oh no, it's got like a blemish or you can use that 3D pen to fill it in, and then you smooth it out with like a, what is it, like oh my god, what is it called? Like a soldering iron, but it's not a soldering iron. It warms up to a higher temperature than a soldering iron, but it has different heads on it, and you can use them to smooth the plastic over and stuff like that. Like, you know, that's all well and good, and I love that, and I've never had an issue with anyone's 3D printing stuff. My Power Fist fingers for my Iron Warrior, they were 3D printed. They still will be. Hot knife, that kind of thing. And mine will be 3D printed again. I'm just 3D printing new ones because the old ones, well, they're dead. They're very much gone. They have gone to that big cosplay prop bin in the sky. They're not. They're in a bag over there, but it's only because I want to keep them to measure and get everything right on the next batch. I'm going to my friend Dave Damon. My friend Dave Damon's going to 3D print them for me again because he 3D printed the original ones as well and put them on the body for me because he's a legend. So that's my plan, is to pay him, be like, hey, you gotta have some money. But remember, like the Powerfist, for example, the Powerfist gets treated like absolute, like a baby with me because it's got like a foam body and it's all hardwood and I can swing it around no problem at all. But the fingers are 3D printed and they are super delicate. So I try my absolute best to make sure that they are looked after, not bumped by anybody. I try to make sure that no one messes around with it when it's on the table. It's the only prop nobody gets to pick up. Like only like a select few people I'm like, yes, I will give them the thing, but I have to like look at them dead in the eye and go, this is very delicate, for God's sake. Like, you need to understand how delicate this thing is. And they're like, oh, okay. I'm like, yes, now be gentle and have fun. But yeah, and unfortunately it fell out the back of the van when I got home. Or what was it? I keep forgetting if I was loading up or taking it off. I wasn't sure. Isn't Frank on the Discord doing a fully 3D printed Death Guard? Yes. Yes. And that to me is insanity. You just hate yourself at that point. You just don't like yourself at that point if you're going to go that far and 3D print an entire Space Marine. There's a guy on Facebook doing it as well. There's a guy on one of the Facebook cosplay pages I'm doing, and everyone in the comments is like, why? Please don't. Like, you'll hurt yourself. It's not worth doing. If you're doing it as like a display thing, like if you've got it as, hey, this is 3D printed Space Marine armor that I'm putting on a display stand and leaving in my living room or my workshop, or taking to a con to show off that I have this, 3D printed set of armor and everything, fair. But to wear it and walk around, you're just asking to get like heat stroke and or break something, i.e. yourself or the armor. Very cool. Might break that up a little bit in a bit, but I am going to start on the teeth. 3D printer have their place in the cosplay world. Yes, they do. They absolutely do. So does foam. Absolutely. Take my Psycho Staff. That's fully 3D printed, and the Krieg gas mask. But yeah, you can 3D print a full set of armor, but foam would be better for it. Absolutely. The pen is good. With EVA foam, you get strong, lightweight props. What was just said, an ad blocked my watching. I'm so sorry. Every half an hour, an ad will happen randomly to people because that's what I've set it to at the moment because I didn't want it to happen loads. All I was saying was there's a guy on Facebook who's also making a set of armor, 3D printed power armor, and I think it's just insane. I think it's just absolutely crazy. In terms of like, like your Psycho Staff and stuff, me now, right? If you came to me and was like, hey, how would you build a Psycho Staff? I would explain to you fully how I would build one, and it would be all, foam dowel, wooden dowel, laser cut foam, all that good stuff, and no 3D printing at all, right? Now, that's all well and good, but then when it comes to 3D printed staffs and stuff, the detail is just insane. The detail is beautiful. The detail is absolutely, insane. Some of the details that I can't get with, like, not even my laser cut. There's some details I can't get with my laser cutter that a 3D printer can absolutely just go for it. And it blows my mind. It really, really does. It blows my absolute mind. But I still won't switch to fully 3D printed props because they can break. Your staff, for example, right? Has it got a core? Have you put a core in it? Like, is it got like a full core inside it? Like, or is it all just 3D printed? Is there no like wooden dowel in the middle of it? Like, I know a few people who have like las guns and las props, stuff like that are 3D printed. They have like a wooden dowel core or a fiberglass rod or fiberglass dowel of sorts inside it to strengthen it. Do you have that in yours, or is it just 3D printed all the way with what you call it, like threads that you can just thread it all together. Just trying to make sure I don't miss a single one of these. I don't want to miss one and then find out I've missed one. And I've seen like pictures and stuff on the Discord, but obviously I don't know how like the internal structure of all these props and stuff work, because obviously they weren't built by me, so I have no idea. That question's to Bionic, obviously. Yeah, it's got a core. It's the same as your Death Rider, only one, maybe 3 inches is not supported at the bottom to fall the fall to part head takes up one section fall. Oh, that's pretty cool. So the middle of that prop is solid. So in terms of like snapping in half, that can't happen because it's got like a solid core. But are you worried at all about like? Are you worried at all about it like possibly getting hit or knocked or whatever? Because, God, I'd be terrified. You know, even my Death Rider pole, it's just a flagpole thing that I've bought multiples of to put together. So I had at MCM. Even that, and that's metal, and I'm still worried about that. That's just me that I worry. I'm a chronic worrier. Always have been. I worry about everything. Looking good, my guy. Damn, that's a broken English. It's fine. It's okay. Don't worry. It's fine. I tried my best to read it. It's fine. I tried my best to read it, and it is readable. It's not completely illegible. It's fine. It's totally legible. I can read it. Nah, I'm not worried about it. I made the very top stronger and the rest of the print. That's fair, because you can do different like levels of filling in the prop, can't you? And if you do like 60%, it's stronger than if it was like 10%, because it's like infill. Infill. I mean, technically, like, infill is something I have to worry about too with my props, because I have to make sure that it's supported on the inside as much as it on the outside. Like the inside of my the inside of my bolt gun, the bolter that I built for the Iron Warrior, the inside of that looks like a shelf, and people kept calling it the IKEA shelf. It was so funny. So close to having the chain bit done. Always such a long process painting the chain part of the chainsword, believe it or not. It's called a chainsword, and the chain bit is the hardest part to... Not hardest, just more time consuming than anything. Right, now then, I can now start. I have to dribble that at some point, because that's not... I didn't cut that very well, did I? I'm very annoyed about that. Should have cut that a lot better. There's a little bit I just realized very close up that no one will ever notice, but it bothers me, so I'm going to clean it up before the end of stream. Yeah, the staff has 3 parts to it. The lower 2 use like 20% infill, and the top like 50 or 60. So obviously the more infill, the longer it takes. Obviously, time-wise, infill, it takes so much longer. Like if I'm laser cutting, etching takes longer than just anything. Hence why my prop took 16 hours to do, and then I took it off the bed today and realized that it's not going to work, unfortunately. Oh, are you coming off? Oh, you are. Right, that's a tooth. It's one of the teeth that's come off. Might as well just paint it while I'm here. while I've got it in my hand. There we go. Just got to super duper glue this back together. Doom, doom. There we go. Just got to hold that down for a sec. 4 days of non-stop printing. How much does that cost in like electricity? That must cost a phenomenal amount of money, depending on how powerful your printer is, I guess. But 4 days of non-stop print. And if that goes wrong, you have to start again. Like if that goes wrong, you just fully just start again. You get the big spaghetti monster, and that's insane. Non-stop printing. Non-stop printing. That's madness to me. I stop my laser, you see. I stop my laser and come back to it. But then I don't think you can do that with 3D printing, can you? Because it's like if it's mid-job, it has to do every layer or whatever. You can't just stop it and then go back to it again. And someone's bound to think of a way of doing that at some point. These 3D printing channels and stuff I watch have some insane ideas. What am I getting on Discord? Madness. Pings like crazy. Make sure I pick the end of this and this, because these are the teeth that are right at the end. Non-stop printing. Damn. If it goes wrong, I cry and hide and give up. Fair enough. I like your honesty. I like your honesty. You're like, well, if it goes wrong, I break down. Don't worry, I've been there. I was in the middle of laser cutting some parts, okay? And there were some crucial parts I needed for the Iron Warrior. And I was like, I finished the laser cut, and I was like, okay, it's all done. And I was like, cool. Looked at the laser, like looked at the software I have, which is Lightburn. Looked at the software and went, okay, right, that's all done, that's done. And like went through it piece by piece and just looked at the laser bed and was like, that bit's cut out, that bit's cut out, that bit's cut out, and just worked it all out and was like, there you go, cool. So it's all done, safe to take off the laser bed. I take it off the laser bed, I take the weights off of it, I take it off the laser bed, I'm really happy with it, I'm looking through it, and I've forgotten to laser cut 2 pieces on it. Now, sadly, you can't really put that back on the bed after that's happened, because that's it, you know? You can't put that back exactly where it is and whatever. So there are ways I've worked around it for small things. I've like pre-cut something and then put it on, and then that's where I know where it is, so I can laser cut inside that square and whatever. I've done that kind of business, and that's been difficult at times. But with some of these props, I've been like absolutely devastated. My bolter, my bolt gun even. Oh yeah, my bolter. Yeah, my bolter for my Iron Warrior, even not my Death Claw, for my Iron Warrior. On the side of the gun, it has hazard stripes and IV for 4. The new Roman numerals for 4. It has 4 on the side of the gun. And I was like, brilliant. I forgot to flip the pattern. So obviously you got 2 sides of the gun, and I wanted IV on both sides of them. So I wanted 4 on both sides of them. And I thought I'd flipped it correctly, but I hadn't flipped. I flipped the piece, but not the numbers. So when I laser cut it all or whatever, when you put both sides together, the 4 was the wrong way around in the wrong place. And I was like, how did I miss that? That was so easy. That is the dumbest thing I've ever done, and I could not believe it. Clever me though. I took that piece and put it back on the laser, got the laser to like make sure it was like where it was. So basically I just ran the program again, and I was like, yep, it's lined up. Took it out, because it was all way down. I just took the piece out of the middle. I flipped it over and just flipped it upside down and put it on top of where the shape was, and got the laser to do it again the correct way around. And believe it or not, it worked. It worked. I just had to use the other side of the gun, that's all. And it was... So inside my bolter for the Iron Warrior is a mess up, essentially. And only people who are watching the stream right now know about it. Because I don't tell people that normally, because it's, well, you know, no one likes telling people how much they messed up. I mean, I tell people if I have messed up, but if I can help it, I won't. Because who wants to tell people that they messed up? No one. You want to be like, I'm totes profesh cosplayer, yeah? How do you guys make custom props? As I need a las pistol, but I don't have the budget to get a pattern. How much is a pattern for a las pistol? Las pistol is probably very cheap. I'm not gonna lie, there's probably a free pattern out there for a las pistol. Have you asked the file share on the Iron Warrior Cosplay Discord, Tom? Ask in there. Ask someone if they have Nilosaurus has a bunch of las gun stuff. I wonder if he has any las pistol like files, probably 3D printed files. So I have many a time. Has anyone actually answered you? Please tell me they have. I hate it when people don't answer other people, even if they don't have it. Like, I prefer people to say, "No, sir, I don't have it," rather than just not answer at all. I hope they answered you. But as for a las pistol, there must be a Pepakura file out there. They have. Oh, thank God. Wait, they have ignored you or they have answered you? I can't believe I messed that up. Was that, have they answered you or? Yeah, but no, listen. I'll see if I can have a look. I may have a las pistol file, but it might be very janky because I haven't you know, tidied the file up yet. Because with my like Pepakura files, I tidy them all up to make sure they're a bit better to print on paper. I'll have a look for you. I won't be able to look tonight, but I'll have a look for you. But I know a few people have 3D printed one. Are you looking to make one out of foam or 3D print one? You want to do foam one? Foam. Okay, foam. All right, foam. Good. Right. I will. I'll have a look when I can. When I'm back at the house, I will. I'll have a look for you. See if I have got one. You know how to. You know how to like mess around with Pepakura files, right? You know how to like resize them and like clean them up and stuff, right? Because I might have one that needs a little bit of work, but if you don't mind doing a little bit of work to the actual file itself before you print it and like scale it up to whatever size you want, then yeah, I've got a file you can have, possibly, unless I've deleted it. But I remember having a file for it. Good. Yeah, move stuff around. Yeah, that's literally it. That's literally all you need to know. Yeah. Okay. Cool. I'll have a look. I can't guarantee, but I will have a look for you. Absolutely. Happy to have a look for you. So yeah, I'm just going into the little nooks and crannies here. We have an hour left. We have an hour left, which is not bad at all. An hour is not bad at all. But yeah, I may have like an old las pistol when I say old, it's like an old Pepakura file. It's not new at all. It's not, you know, modern or anything. But if you can mess around with it, you can mess around with it, and you can build your very own. If not, right? If not, Tom, I might be able to just see if I can just make a really basic las pistol shape on Lightburn from like an image of a las pistol, and I'll see if I can just, you know, save it as a PDF and send it to you. Obviously, it won't be scaled or anything, but it'll be a las pistol that you can cut out of paper. You can always just check how big it is first and then cut it out after. Boom, 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 boom. Right. Okay, let's have a quick gander. Man, that does not look too shabby, does it? Very cool. Now then, this silver. No. This silver is very strong. It's strong. Strong like bull. See, I can the 3D files one. So you have the 3D files for one. But if you want one for foam, I will work one out for you if I don't have the files for it. I'll have a look when I can, when I'm back at the house next, which should be tomorrow, Tom. So if you ping me on Discord or message me directly on Discord tomorrow at some point, just any time during the day tomorrow, I'll be at work. I'll get that ping and I'll hopefully remember, and then I'll give it a go. Ooh, damn, that's shiny. Damn, 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 that's shiny. Yeah, give me a ping on Discord tomorrow, Tom, and I will. I'll have a look at my archives. I've got so many archives on the PC in the house. When I come down, I have to come down tomorrow back to the house anyway. So message me. I finish work at 4, so if you want to message me like at 4:30 or 5 o'clock, if you remember, then that'll be like even better for me because then it'll be fresh. And I'll remember then. Okay, oh, you bugger. Right, I'm going to do a second layer of this. Will do. I'm going to go. Hey, have a good night, Tom. Thank you so much for being here. Really appreciate it. Genuinely, really appreciate it. It's really nice having people here. We have an hour left. What time is it now, anyway? It is... Oh my god, it's so early. I love it. So early, I love it. Cool. I've got to do the other side. Oh, not the other side, the top even, sorry, not the other side. Just realised I'm being quiet because I'm concentrating. Sorry. Give me just a minute. Just because I don't want to get this very strong silver on the nice green I've just painted. Now, all of this is quite blocky and bright, as you can see. So what I need to do after this, obviously, is weather it. And that's when the weathering comes in, that's when everything gets like darkened down fully and then gets dry brushed and stuff after. So this is just like the very beginnings of the base coat. So I messed up a little bit. I got a bit of paint on the green. So I'm going to get a clean bit of this. Fingers crossed I can get it off without making a huge mess. Let me get another paintbrush, some water. Very nice, nice and clean. Nicer. TNT Guy, hi! Just a quick drop in. Hi, TNT Guy. Welcome, welcome, welcome. As you can see, we're continuing to paint the chainsword. We are not far off being like a decent amount of the way through. Let's say 40% through, so not quite halfway yet. There's like a bit of dry brushing, a bit of weathering and stuff I've got to do before like the big weathering I do all over it. But I do need to give this a dry in a moment. But I hope you're doing well. Wow, it looks, you know, right now, I guess I was telling chat just now, like it's just the hard colors right now. I can show you because I've changed camera, so it's now nice and awesome. So you can see the color difference between the engine cover and the body, and then this is very bright silver. So there'll be a few different like shades of silver and this, that, and the other. But I'll be dry brushing and stuff later, so I'll be getting all that done. But as of right now, I'm going to do this, but on the other side. But first of all, I've got to just clean that up. There we go, done. So yeah, I've got to do the other side now. So that's the plan. Well, yeah, like Null Oil, like my version of Null Oil is burnt umber, Van Dyke brown, and Mars black, and I mix it all into like a slurry, and then I go to town. I cover it completely, multiple layers of blue roll, and I leave it in crevices and stuff, and then I'll heat gun it until it dries and leaves like the nice dark like recesses I like, and so on and so on. So I'm gonna put on these very heavy colors first. These really, so this bright silver. This is a very bright silver, very high pigment in this. This is my heavy body. I can't. Kryla Professional. So it's very heavily pigmented. Heavily pigmented. Pigmented? Yeah. English, not my first language. But yeah, it's got very heavy pigment in it, so when you put it on, it's very strong. It is strong like bull, like I was saying earlier. So it's very, very strong first coat round, and then you put a second coat on it, it's, you know. Yes, I did. I reacted to it as well. Yeah, on Discord. I saw it last night. You posted it in the Discord, and I was like, I genuinely, I love it. I can't believe it. That took so much to paint. And that's for your tabletop games. So that's like scenery that you're using for like battle reports or. Oopsie daisy, that's a bit of stuff I don't want. There we go. For like battle reports and stuff. It also opens up. What? You didn't do a video of that? See, now you've done it. Now I need a video of it opening up. You're going to put LEDs in it. Put LEDs in it. Put a little fog machine in it. Put those little, oh my God. You've done it now. My brain is running away with itself. I need to add LEDs to it in a little fog machine. Roof comes off, and so does the door. Oh my god, it's so cool. I would love it if there was like a little thing you could pull and the little doors opened. Oh. Madness, 20 hours. Oh my god. Oh, 20 hours. Don't get me wrong, that laser etching took, well, it was estimated 16 hours, but I did it over several days because we were talking about it just now about, you know, not being able to stop a 3D printer while it's running and then go back to it the next day. You have to just let it run. Whereas with the laser cutter, you can be like, yeah, I'll come back to it tomorrow. As long as you write down like the time, like where it is, like what position it was at, you can tell it to start from that position again, and it will just carry on as if it never stopped. As long as you don't move the foam or anything, or some other person, cough, 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 I'm not going to mention any names, moves your laser or moves the foam or accidentally kicks it when they're walking by to go to the toilet. God damn it. That's what you get for having a shared workshop, you see. People. There we go. Get in there. You can pause the printer, what, and come back to it the next day? That's so cool. Wait, hold on. When you say pause the printer, do you mean like you can pause it, shut everything down, start up the next day, and come back to it as if it never stopped? So like you can shut the printer down, turn the power off, shut the laptop down, turn the power off, leave, go on holiday for a week, come back and start up as if it never stopped. Because that's insane. I did not know. Oh, but it will still be on. Ah, see, with the laser, I can write down the position and shut everything off. Make the laser go back to its home position. And then just crack on whenever. Bugger! Ooh, bugger. It's okay. I'll fix it. Fixing it. It's fixed. There you go. I just saw it ping. I will check it after stream. Alrighty. So, a little bit left of this now. And same here. Oh, a bit more pigment on that bit, because that's not strong enough. There we go. A little bit there. Just while I've got it on my brush, essentially, just so I can pick out some of the highlights in the Thompson Stony roof sealer. That's while I've got it on my brush. Cool, right. And let's just dry that super quick, and I'll take a look at it. Let us change camera. This is what it looks like so far. The teeth are done. I'm going to get a few little bits done. It's very shiny. It's very shiny. It won't be by the end of it. It'll be very dulled down and matte by the end of it. At some point, I'm going to make a new Mark II Psychostaff with LEDs, and I can tell the printer or catch it to embed some of the things in the print. Oh, that's so cool. Stop, I missed that. You missed what? What did you miss? So yeah, I've just dried that now. That looks really awesome. I'm really happy how this looks. I'm going to start doing, I just realized I haven't done the edges of where the teeth are. So we're going to go like this. And then I'm going to mix up another batch of my like gunmetal-y grey, if you will. And then I will paint the edges and the insides, because I haven't painted the edges of the insides of that yet, which is annoying. Will I use the silver that's already here? Yes, I will. Because you waste not, want not. I love this camera setup. Makes me very happy. I think it looks really awesome. Not super professional, obviously. I've seen way better. But obviously, there you go. Mix this silver up. Mix the silver and the silver together to make silver. And then I'm going to add a little bit of black. A little bit of black. Only a little bit. A little bit. Mars Black is, wow, it's incredibly strong. Oh, that already looks really nice. Come on now. There we go. Believe it or not, I messed up and put too much black in it. It was literally the smallest amount of black. Madness. A little bit of silver into it. A little bit of silver. There you go. So now, I'm going to paint inside these little bits using the brush I had just now. There we go. Now then, I'm going to have to paint the edges of these as well. I can't believe I forgot to paint the edges. I remember when I did this on Michael's one. Oh, God, it took so long. The video of the bunker is up. Ah, awesome. I will have a look at that either after stream or in a moment. I'm just going to paint the inside of these super quick. I need light. I need light. Nice. Let's get this out onto a tray. Nice. Bam, bam. Just painting the inside edges of all of this. Can't believe I'm having to do all of this. Totally forgot. Luckily, it's just the inside of this bit, so it's fine. And I've also just caught some bits I've missed, so good thing I just mixed up this batch. Here we go. Going up to the big bit here now. There we go. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. I also prove you can pause the printer. Just a quick one was cutting mat. Just a quick, what cutting mat is that? This is just a cheap cutting mat I found on eBay, and it is an A1 cutting mat. It's by Denny International, D-E-N-N-Y, Denny International. 35 by 25 inch A1 UK certified cutting mat, and it's the biggest mat I can find at the moment. I have found a company that's willing to do me a cutting mat the size of this table, the whole table. That way then I can just throw foam on it and just cut without having to worry. and I'd very much like to do that. I'd probably, believe it or not, I'd probably still use a cutting mat on top of that cutting mat sometimes, just to kind of save it a little bit, because it is going to cost me a bit. But yeah, we'll see how it goes. Oh, bollocks. Bugger. There we go. That's fine. So, just having a look now, super quick. Ah, I haven't painted in there. There we go. No. Don't paint that bit you've already painted. But yeah, in terms of pausing the 3D printer, obviously you say you pause it, but it's still like on, right? It's still like turned on, and you then just click like resume and it'll keep going. But you can't like turn it off and then go on holiday and then come back and then start your print again from where you paused it. Otherwise you'd have to leave the printer on the whole time, I take it. And that would cost you so much in electricity just to leave your 3D printer so you'd go on holiday. Obviously, you'd plan it better than that. Well, I'm very happy with how this looks so far. Now then, let me just get a little bit more of this. And paint just the inside of this bit. There. All the teeth are done. That's done. That's done. Right. Should I now? Yes. Why not? I'm going to paint the very end of this bit here. Yes, it is a chainsword. Yeah, I've never really tried it. I usually just set it to max 12-hour print and do it in parts overnight. That's mad. Wait, obviously, right. Now, in terms of doing it overnight, I'm a very light sleeper. Ask any of my friends, I'm an incredibly light sleeper. The sound of a 3D printer constantly whirring away would drive me nuts. I take it you have a separate room or a garage or something that you 3D print in. The kind of printer is an Ender 3D Neo. And I love the feature that I remember where it was if the power was to go out. Ooh, that's so cool! It's kind of at the base of my bed. Oh my god, I could not sleep with that running all the time. Oh my god, no, absolutely not. I would be like, oh my god, I would throw it out the window by the end of the night. Well, not even by the end of the night, I'd throw it out the window. I could not sleep with a 3D printer going the whole time. Oh, you little bugger. There we go. Right, let's slowly do this now. Right, this is going to take a little bit of time. Not a lot, but it's going to take enough time that I'm going to go quiet. There we go. Yeah, I'm painting around this little Evil Ted Greebly. That looks awesome. I was very worried about painting that. I don't know why. Painted them a million times before. I usually fall asleep to heavy metal, such as Slipknot. Man, I use ASMR. Very quiet whispering and stuff. I'm very into that. It's good and all, but from why the power gives out, power drops and nozzle drops as it's unsupported in the 200 degrees, the nozzle will melt into the print. That sucks. So there's definitely pros and cons to having 3D print. Obviously, like I said, there's pros and cons to having a laser cutter as well, believe you me. You need space to do it. You can't do it really indoors, like in a house. You need like a garage space with ventilation, because if you're laser cutting foam, you do not, in any way, shape or form, want to be breathing in foam fumes. With a workshop this big, I open up the biggest workshop door about maybe 4 feet, if not a little bit more, sometimes less in the winter. And that pulls in like a draft, which pulls the smoke out. In winter, like last year when it was super, super cold and I was laser cutting in here, I would just sit in the workshop with my respirator on. Not my dust mask, an actual like respirator to stop the smoke. So I could just sit here on my phone, keep an eye on the laser. I wasn't streaming, obviously. But when you're just etching, when you're just letting the laser do like very light etching, you do not need to worry about any smoke inhalation or anything because there isn't any. It's very, very light, depending on what power you have it on. I have mine on very low power when I'm etching because it doesn't need high power to etch. It's quite a high-powered laser anyway, but you don't need to crank up the power to the absolute hilt. Cool. Right. All good. Mine is screaming down the mic in terms of music. Oh, don't get me wrong. Like when it comes to my music taste, I like, but not for sleeping. Now I like white noise if it doesn't sound like a bloody A10 gun. I can't sleep. What's the one Ranger of Krieg falls asleep to? Ranger of Krieg. Ranger of Krieg is a legend. Ranger of Krieg falls asleep to the sound of artillery fire and like war noises, like guns going off in the distance kind of ASMR, and like battlefield noises and stuff. I genuinely blows my mind every time. He's so funny. I absolutely love the guy to bits. He's the best buddy. And yeah, it's just so funny to like. He's like, yeah, look, this is what I'm listening to. Gives you an earbud, and it's just like just from a distance, and it's so and all this kind of stuff. It's so funny, so funny. Right, so we're gonna go back to this insanely pigmented. Good lord, really difficult to get out of the tube. Silver, because I am actually going to dry brush a bit of it onto each chainsword tooth. Because I accidentally did it just now, and I like it so much that I want all of them to have it. It makes them stand out. Come on, behave yourself. Behave yourself. So I've decided I'm going to do all the teeth going up first, then I'll come down. Because it's just easier that way. So bugger. Stop falling over. There we go. Like I said, I'm literally just doing a very quick, just rubbing the brush over each tooth side. And believe it or not, it's picking up. That's not very good. There we go, that is. And it's picking up the little dry brushing bits I did, so it looks really nice. That, right, that's the side that has no dry brushing on the teeth, and this side does. Look at that! You can immediately see them. You can immediately see them, and then they're a bit dull, a bit black. Immediately see them. So yeah, I'm going to do that on the other side as well. So nice. Oh, love it already. Love it already. Whoop. There you go. I thought that would happen. Come on. There you go. same with MRI systems. You guys are insane. I love it. This is why we're friends. This is why you guys watch my YouTube channel, because we're all insane. But this dry brushing technique is not even a technique. It's just me randomly just rubbing this brush over bits, and then they catch because the way I've painted them with the roof sealer, it's catching very nice. Oh wait, did I do that one on the other side? That one right at the back? No, I did not do that one. There we go. Then we're going to do the backs of all of them. Just dry brushing the back of each of them. There we go, that's mint. Oh, I knew it. I knew this handkerchief would touch something. The problem is this is incredibly highly pigmented and I'm not sure if it will come off. Yes, it has, thank God. I'll check everywhere, that's good. Whew. Boy, that was close. This a little bit of highlight around it. Dry brushing. Damn, I love this. Love this. What am I doing? What's this one I need to do? And the fact that they've dried enough, I can just do it without having to worry about getting the heat gun out or anything. Nice. Nice. Just catching the highlights of like little bits, and it's so cool. Damn, I love the look of that thing. Wow, I actually really like the look of, oh wait, hold on, missed a tooth. Well, I didn't miss it, but it just wasn't as bright as I'd like it. That one as well. Yes. Now remember, this is the cleanest you'll see this chainsword. This is the cleanest you'll see this chainsword, because when it gets weathered, it's going to get weathered. It's going to get weathered. When they're discussed about people running through people while other people hang off them, we both agreed when that's true. Bark entertainment rugby. Could be rugby. Bye bye sword. Bye bye sword. Bye bye sword. Why is the sword bye saying bye bye? Oh damn! I threw that in the bin. Why did I throw that in the bin? There we go. Just a happy little accident. Right. So, heat gun time. I'm going to mute my microphone a sec so I can actually fully heat gun it without bothering you guys. So bear with me just a moment. Hello, we're back. Awesome. Right. I play rugby. I used to play rugby. Also, the dipped off cat. Oh, the sword dipped off cat delight. Whoop. And here's one I made earlier. Yeah, or technically, here's one I made earlier. Technically. And they're identical in every way, except for like I wrapped the handle myself and I added this little bit to it. But yeah, so that is the basics. Okay, that is the basics. Let's switch back to this camera. That is the basics. So this is, if someone asked me, could you paint my chainsword? I give them different options. And believe it or not, this is the basic. This is just, it gets a color, it gets some silver and stuff on it, some highlights and stuff on it, and then that's it. Obviously, I would paint the handle and stuff. I'm not going to do the handle tonight. The handle is like the last thing I'll do. I'll do it once all of the chainsword is done. But yeah, and as you can see, I've done like a spot of very bright silver on the very end here, so it catches the light a little bit. Same with this side, a little spot of silver there just to catch the light. The teeth are all shiny. Like I said, this is the cleanest. This is the cleanest you guys will ever see this chainsword, because when I go to weather it, it's gonna get ruined in a good way. But along with that, before we get into any of that, the body section here, not the engine cover, but the body section here, I've decided to do something a little special with it. Now, what I use is this stuff, and before you ask, there it is. I'll even do this for you guys. This is hammerite, okay? Hammerite, hammered silver, okay? Now, there's a way I use this. I don't just brush it on. I use the worst brush I have. I'm about to go get it. If I can find my small one, I'll be even happier, because I have this larger one, which is one of my like absolutely terrible brushes. But it's my hammerite brush, and I wonder if my other one is around here somewhere. But I have this terrible, terrible brush. It was like one of these cheapo, like 20p ones. Super cheapo, super crappy. And I use it with my hammerite. I have got another one with an even smaller head to it. But I'm actually going to use this one for this. I think that'll work. Yeah, it will. Now, the way I use hammerite. This brush used to have way longer bristles, but I've completely like shaved it off, and it's really hard and it's tough, and I don't clean it properly because that's what I want it. I don't want it to be a good brush. I want it to be a crap brush. Right, so I'm gonna grab my trusty tin opener. This tin hasn't been opened in a couple of days. Well, actually a couple of months even. There we go. Now, what I do with hammerite, I've already got plenty on the lid, is I grab, wait, where's my newspaper? Damn it, is my newspaper gone as well? Oh yeah, it's been moved over here. I didn't move this over here, I don't think. So, got my newspaper, got my hammerite. Now, is this wet? Yes, it is. Okay, good. I will dab that, okay, right onto this very hard brush, okay? And what I do is very, very selectively start dabbing it on in some places. Not everywhere, but in like small selective places. It does go like over the entire grey section, but it doesn't cover the entire grey section. I'll show you exactly what I mean in a moment, but right now the lighting, as I said, and the camera isn't incredible, but the lighting and everything is good here, but unfortunately, to pick up what I'm doing is difficult. And go right to the edges. And it does not require any major skill. It just gets to go around. And when I weather this, then I'll do another pass after. I'm going to do it in different weights all the way around as well. I'm going to do it some light, some heavy. When this dries, it looks so good. Let me just do it in better lighting. Sorry you guys can't see this, I do apologize. But for me to get it looking the way I want it to look, I need to be able to see it in some different lights. And get right into some bits that I've missed because I thought I'd gotten them. Again, because of the lighting. I never use this brush for anything else other than hammerite hammered silver. I used my little version of this brush, which I need to find, but I used my little version of this brush to do the Deathcore of Krieg helmet. If you guys remember the way I did that on stream, I did it exactly the same way. If I did that on stream, I think it did. When is the end of today's stream? Thank you for asking. In, oh, believe it or not, 10 minutes. 10 minutes and then I'm done. But I'm gonna get this done first. I'm gonna get this done first. The hammerite. I thought I had a bit longer, if I'm honest with you, because it was like an hour not that long ago. So I'm just gonna do the edging and stuff like this and get all of this put on. I will do both sides, and then for tonight's stream, then we can end on a bit of a high note. Not that we ended on a bad note, but we can end on a nice high note. And then occasionally, I do like to go a bit heavier in some spots as well, like that. There we go. Now, when this gets weathered, I tell you, when this gets weathered, I love it when it gets weathered. Now then. So, that's what it looks like. See that? There you go. See that? Nice plain metal there. So it's like plain metal there, and then this is what it looks like when it's been hammerited. And selective. No, TNT guy, you haven't done anything. It's fine. I just set my stream to 2 hours now, because if I don't, I'll go overtime, and then when I get back, I won't have time to eat, and then I won't sleep very well because I'll have to go to bed like straight after eating, and yeah, it's a whole thing, and I have to get up early, and because I got work, and so I have to like limit myself. I have to limit myself in how I do my streams now in terms of. If I do this on a weekend, obviously, there's a whole different, that's a whole different kettle of fish, because it doesn't matter then, because it's a weekend and I can, you know, I got freedom to, you know, stay on late if I wanted to. But weekend streams will be a bit rarer, because obviously on weekends I'll be doing my own thing, trying to catch up with stuff for the week or in preparation for the week. But when this gets weathered, this hammerite will really stand out, and you'll see, because the hammerite loves to just shine through pretty much anything that you put on top of it. It's hard to get rid of. That's why if you do mess up and put it somewhere you don't want it, it is hard to get off. You can't just do what I do with acrylics and get like another brush with some water and get it off. Yes, that looks very good. Very happy with how this is looking. But this is one of the things I wanted to do tonight before the end of stream. Well, I hope you guys have enjoyed. I'm not gonna lie, there's only been 4 of you. There's only been 4 of you tonight. I guess it is a Monday night. I guess people have other stuff to do, obviously. But yeah, I hope you guys have enjoyed. I've had a good laugh. Love chatting to you guys always. Full day stream was 5 earlier. What do you mean? Full day streams. Oh, full day stream. Like a full. You want me to do like a full day of streaming? I don't even know if I have enough content for a full day of streaming. Don't get me wrong with this chainsword. I'm not trying to make this chainsword last. I'm doing it like as and when I can, and you know, I get 2 hours out of every stream with it, so it's not too shabby. That's pretty nice. I'm very happy with how this looks. That, I think, looks really nice. That'll catch the light really well in some places. When I get Richard Burge to take another photo shoot of me in my deathcore, I'm absolutely going to ask him to make sure he gets some of my chainsword. That'll catch nicely. So this, obviously, you can see is like the cleanest, you know, nicest looking chainsword. By next stream, I will do my absolute best to weather the ever-loving buggery out of it. That goes in. There we go. Nice. A little bit of added detail there. But yeah, it's easy to go overboard with this stuff, so I'm not going to. I'm going to just go heavy in these little corners, then go heavy here, and then call it a day there. Right in there. There we go. Right. Just as the music ended as well. There you go. I can shut the music off just as the music ended. And I can show you guys. Shut that pot nice and tight. And I can show you guys this chainsword. This is what the chainsword looks like. The body is all hammered metal there. Or hammerite, if you will. Hammered silver. And then same on the other side. And this is obviously for my deathcore of Krieg. This is nowhere near done. I've got the handle and stuff to do as well. But not only that, I've got all the weathering to do. So see how it's shiny right now? It won't be when I'm done with it. So that is tonight's stream. I hope you guys enjoyed. I will put the music back on. I hope you guys enjoyed this stream. I know I have. I had a good time. I like it when I can get to a point and I finish and then I'm like, done. And it's awesome. So yeah, it's all the hammered metal stuff is done. I'm going to go in with some dark grey and some black maybe next stream. But as of right now, I've been Iron Warrior Cosplay. Thank you so much for being here. Seriously, you guys have been awesome. I've got a lot more to do on this, but for now, I'm going to just pop it down on the table like that and then get my hands washed because they're a mess. But yeah, I really hope you guys have enjoyed. I know I have. I'm going to get things cleared up now and cleaned up. I've got this to use with some white spirits and everything because it's hammerite. And then I got the brushes and stuff to clean. But other than that, thank you all for watching. You guys have been absolutely amazing. I've been Iron Warrior Cosplay, and I shall see you all again soon. I'll give you all one of these. I hope that worked. I don't know if it did. Did that audio just come through? Because I've just realized it might not. But yeah, let me know. We didn't hear it. I thought as much. I literally looked over at OBS when it happened as well. And it didn't happen. There we go. I bet it's because of that. I bet it's because of this. I want to give you guys one of these before you guys go. Stream Deck audio. There we go. Maybe it'll work now. I don't know, but we'll see. No. Just doesn't want to work for some reason. No idea why. But yeah, it is what it is. Nothing I can do about that, unfortunately. But yeah, I thought these sound clips would work, but no, they're not. But never mind. You guys are bloody legends. I'll see you guys soon, okay? So thank you so much for being here. I've been Iron Warrior Cosplay, and I'll see you guys on the next. Oh, just as my alarm goes off as well. Ha! That's perfect. 2-hour stream. I shall see you guys on the next one. I'm going to go clean up and get everything packed away and head back to the house because I am starving. I've been Iron Warrior Cosplay. I shall see you all again soon. Bye for now.